The snow had just started to fall when Belly heard the knock on the door. It was sharp. Not rushed, not hesitant. Just, sure. And that's what made her pause. It was almost midnight. Her tiny apartment, hidden above the flower shop on 7th Street, was quiet, lit only by the flicker of candlelight and the dull orange glow from the street lamp outside. She wasn't expecting anyone. Especially not him. She opened the door. Benito. His breath fogged in the cold. His hair was longer now, wilder. Same eyes though, dark, unreadable, always 2 seconds away from telling a lie or a truth you weren't ready to hear. He looked like summer trying to survive winter. No smile. Just that same stare. The same one he had the day he left. I didn't know where else to go, he said, voice low. Belly didn't answer. Her silence hung in the air like smoke. Her body remembered him before her mind gave permission. She hated that. But she stepped aside anyway. As he walked in, the scent of summer crashed into the room, sun-warmed clothes, cigarette smoke, and old vinyl records. It filled the silence between them. Benito sat on the edge of the couch, like a stranger. Not the boy she had danced with barefoot on the boardwalk. Not the one who knew all her secrets. But a version of him that had been worn down by something she couldn't see yet. I heard about your mom, he said. She flinched. That was 4 months ago. I know. Another silence. This one colder. What do you want, Benito? She asked, arms crossed. He didn't answer at first. He just looked around her apartment like he was searching for something. Like he expected summer to still live here. The postcards from Italy still hung by the mirror. The Polaroids from August, sunburned faces and melting ice cream, still stuck to the fridge. But none of that explained why he was here now. I need to ask you something, he finally said. Something I should have asked before I left. The words landed heavy between them. Too late, Belly said. She moved toward the kitchen, trying to put space between them. But Benito followed. Do you remember the night before I disappeared? He asked. The storm, the lighthouse, what you told me. She turned sharply. Of course I do. You kissed me and then vanished. You never said goodbye. You just left. Benito looked down. That night, it wasn't just us at the lighthouse. Someone else was there. Someone saw us. And now, someone's asking questions. The air shifted. What kind of questions? She asked slowly. Benito hesitated. Then, the kind that get people hurt. Belly's stomach dropped. It wasn't just heartbreak that had followed him back, it was something darker. Something that didn't belong to summer at all. She walked to the window, pulling the curtain back slightly. The snow was falling harder now. Fast. Thick. As if trying to bury the past before it could rise again. I thought I was done with all of this, she whispered. Benito stepped closer. You're not. And neither am I. From the hallway below, a car engine started, then stopped. Belly's eyes narrowed. Did someone follow you here? He didn't answer. He didn't need to. The knock on the door hadn't been the beginning. It was already too late for that. End of section 1, ZZ. Belly pulled away from the window, her mind already racing. The wind outside howled like it had teeth, scraping at the glass as if it wanted in. Inside, the candlelight trembled. So did she, but only on the inside. Years of pretending had taught her how to look calm while everything underneath was falling apart. Benito stood by the bookshelf now, tracing his fingers across the spines like they could unlock time. Like they could take them back to before. Who did you tell? She asked. Her voice was sharper this time, more precise. After you left, did you tell anyone about that night? No, he said. But someone knows anyway. He turned toward her. Do you still have the key? Her heart stopped. Not metaphorically. Not in that overused, dramatic way. It actually skipped. Because the key wasn't just a key. It was the last thing they promised never to speak of again. "You think this is about the lighthouse?" she asked, voice low. "I don't think," Benito said. "I know." The memory came rushing back. That last humid night in July. The way the ocean air clung to their skin. The way the old lighthouse had creaked when they climbed it. No tourists. No phones. Just them. And the chest. It had been buried in the floorboards, hidden beneath layers of dust and salt. Inside, old photographs. Letters. Names. Faces neither of them recognized but somehow felt they shouldn't have seen. They never spoke of it again. Benito left the next day. "I still have it," Belly admitted, the words dry in her mouth. "Where?" he asked. "Not here," she said. "I moved it after you disappeared." Benito nodded slowly. "Smart." Another car passed below, headlights slicing through the snow like a warning. The city was asleep, but something else was waking up. A memory, maybe. Or something worse. "I think someone's trying to find it," Benito said. "And they're getting closer." "Why now?" Belly whispered. "After all this time?" "I don't know," he replied. "But I think we triggered something when we opened that chest." Belly stepped back, her body suddenly cold. "This isn't a game, Benito. You can't just come here in the middle of the night and drag me back into that mess." "I didn't have a choice," he said. "They're watching me." There it was. The thing she had feared most. Not that he had moved on. Not that he had forgotten her. But that he had brought danger to her doorstep. And still, she couldn't turn him away. "Where's the key now?" he asked again. "I'll take you," she said. "But after that, you leave. For good." He didn't agree, but he didn't argue either. And that was enough. Belly disappeared into the hallway, returned with her coat, gloves, and a folded slip of paper from a drawer. She handed it to him. It was blank on one side. On the other, a single word written in ink. "Portland." Benito frowned. "That's hours away. You're the one who said you didn't have anywhere else to go." He tucked the note into his coat pocket and followed her to the door. As she opened it, she looked back at her apartment one last time, just in case she never saw it again. Out on the street, the wind bit at their faces. The world was silent except for the crunch of snow beneath their boots. A few dim windows lit the street, but most of the city was drowned in shadow. As they walked toward the train station, Benito turned to her. "Do you ever wish we hadn't opened it?" he asked. "All the time," Belly said. And then she added, "But some things, they find you whether you open them or not." Behind them, a man stepped out from the alleyway. He watched them walk, hands buried in his coat. A red thread dangled from his wrist. He waited until they turned the corner. Then he followed. End of section 2. The train station was nearly empty. Just a few scattered passengers huddled against the walls, sipping vending machine coffee, scrolling through their phones like sleepwalkers. The kind of place that forgets you as soon as you leave it. Belly and Benito sat on the far bench, beneath a flickering light. The last train to Portland was delayed, and the announcement echoed through the wide, hollow terminal like a warning. "Train 87 to Portland is delayed due to weather conditions. We apologize for the inconvenience." Belly didn't look up. She kept her eyes on the floor, jaw tense, coat wrapped tightly around her. Benito watched her. "You always hated silence," he said. "Maybe I've changed," she replied. He gave a small, tired smile. "You haven't." Neither of them saw the man at the vending machine across the station. He wasn't buying anything. Just standing there, back turned, as if waiting for someone to notice him. The red thread around his wrist hung loose now. Barely visible. But not invisible. Benito leaned in. There's more I need to tell you. About the chest. She turned to him. Now you want to tell me? I didn't think it mattered before. But now I know what it was. Belly stared. What do you mean, what it was? The names. The letters. They were records. Of what? Benito glanced around the station before speaking. People. From before the war. The lighthouse was used as a drop point. Resistance fighters, defectors, people who vanished. But someone was keeping track. Hiding their names. Hiding them. That chest wasn't forgotten. It was hidden. She took a long breath, her pulse starting to quicken. Why didn't you say something back then? I thought we were just kids playing detective, Benito said. But now someone's after that list. And I think they believe we know more than we do. The intercom crackled. Another delay. The snow outside showed no sign of slowing down. Belly looked at him. So what happens if they get it? The list? They erase the rest, he said. For good. She shivered, not from cold, but from the weight of it all. What they'd stumbled into. What they still carried. Benito's phone buzzed. A message. One word. Run. His blood turned to ice. He showed it to Belly, and her eyes narrowed instantly. Who sent that? She asked.